Hello solo leveling fans and welcome back to a new video. Real quick before we get started, we are so close to hitting that 600 subscribers mark, so if you find yourself coming back to my channel and you haven't subscribed already, you're enjoying the content as well, might as well hit that subscribe button. But with that being said, let's get straight into today's video. Now I want to talk about the event today and the event that we're going to be getting, which is the draw point event. It already has started, as you guys can see here, and we have the loyalty event. Now this loyalty event is actually pretty damn good in my opinion. We get a lot of free goodies in it, and all we have to do is just gather a bunch of points. However, there is a way to the madness and there is a method to this chaos. There is a lot of good stuff in here, as you can see here. Tokens to create Gogan-He's weapon. SSR weapon designs, which is very much needed. If you go to a tier 2 loyalty here, you'll get a free copy of the Gogan-He's weapon. Absolutely fantastic. Shadow traces at 920 points. But if we go all the way to tier 3, you'll be able to obtain things that are more premium, things like the marks of time, but more importantly, Gogan-He himself, his A1 free copy at 1545 points. Now, the way that we're going to be doing this is through different events that are going to be lasting out throughout these 2 weeks. As you can see here, this event's going to be lasting 2 weeks up top here. 13 days and 19 hours, and I went ahead and looked at this roadmap for you guys so you know what exactly to expect. Now, starting from the 29th, which is today, you start the armor challenge, and that's going to last until the 3rd of September. Then we get the weapon growth from the 31st till the 5th of September, and then we get the accessories from the 5th till the 10th, and then from the 7th to the 12th we'll also be getting artifact growth tournament. So overall there's going to be a lot of tournaments going on, or like a lot of events that we're going to be using, which means we're going to be having to like save a lot of our resources, especially the free-to-play players. Guys, save as many of your resources as you can, whether that being your challenges, whether that being your artifacts, your weapons, your accessories, as you can see here, your armor. And speaking of armor, going back here, we'll be able to start off with the first event here, that is the armor 1 challenge. And as you can see here, obtain helmets obtain helmets and body armors to obtain the rewards. Only helmets and body armors are gonna count, by the way, so no other artifacts, no boots, no arm guards, no nothing else, just no accessories, obviously no rings, all that good stuff, only the helmets and the body armors. And the way you want to do it here, guys, is obviously if you go ahead and click missions, you'll see that if you obtain the higher the level of the helmet, or the higher the level of the body armor here, the more points you're going to be receiving. So the way that you want to be doing this is obviously focusing on as high the highest power when it comes down to your helmets and body armors. And obviously you can do this through 2 different ways. The first method is obviously through your encore missions. Now, when it comes down to your encore missions, depending on your power level, you can either do things like the Arachnid boss, because the Arachnid boss, as you can see here, if we go back just a second, you'll see that it only drops helmets and body armors, and this will drop level 55 artifacts up until tier 10. You guys can definitely do this boss here. So if we go ahead and scroll a little bit down, obviously you gotta do the math for yourself. So if you can like get 3 at least guaranteed from each key here, you'll be getting a certain number of points depending on your total power level, obviously. So you should do like some calculations to see which is going to be more beneficial, doing like 3 tier 10 keys on Serbia that are like level 55, or doing for example the Death Stalker here at tier 3 or 4, you know, that is going to be dropping at level 60, like 60 level 60 when it comes down to the, or 70 here for the rewards. So make sure to just like do the quick math. You only get 2 here if you go for like, I don't know, tier 5. So that's where I'm probably going to be doing it. Like I have around 390k when it comes down to my power level, so I think I'm going to be doing around the tier 4 tier 5s when it comes down to the Death Stalker. But as you saw earlier, the Arachnid boss I could do up until tier 10, so I'll have to do the math and check which one is best. Another thing that I wanted to talk about here for the point system, you can definitely get some Workshop of Brilliant Light runs in. It will give you points as long as they are helmets and body armor again, and they will be from the premium quality because they are at least level 70 or 72, I should say. So going back to our event here, you'll see if we go ahead and click our event here, you'll be able to see that those body armor pieces are obviously going to give you the most out of it. So if we go to the draw event here, look at the armor challenge one, click missions, you'll see that these are going to give you the most out of most bang for your buck here, especially when it comes down to your helmets. So if we're talking about level 72s or 73s from Vulcan here, you can get about 39 points, which is absolutely insane. Again, level 75 artifacts, obviously normal and hard is definitely going to drop you things like level 78. So yeah, you can definitely go for that. Again, it all depends on your level. The difference between these is, by the way, is not that high. So I would definitely invest in things like the level 65 and the level 70s, because they give like 39 points. Level 55 again is going to be 38 points, which is again nothing to scoff at. So you can definitely go for things like Serbi. If you guys have enough power, it will still be giving you 38 points. The only difference between this and like the Workshop of Radiant Light will probably be like 1 point. So it's not really that much of a difference. But yeah, you guys do the math, like I said, and figure it out for yourselves. Another thing I was talking about here is, obviously, if we go here to our weapons, is saving up all of these weapons and advancing these weapons. So if you have multiple copies of the same weapon, so kind of like here, for example, you might as well go ahead and save all of these weapons and all these advancements and all these level ups, because they will definitely come in handy, especially for that growth event that I was talking about here. The same thing applies, by the way, for the rest of the artifacts and the accessories. Save up as much gold as you guys can, honestly. There's multiple ways that you can be saving up gold, and I'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, definitely do not disenchant any of these. If you go for pulls, save up all your resources, guys. Save. I cannot I cannot tell you how important it is to be saving all your resources, especially like the gold and whatnot. But also, I need you guys to do me a favor here, and if you are in a guild, I'm gonna ask you to go to your guild right now. Now, another thing that you guys should be going for here, if you're looking to save up some gold or make some extra cash here, is going to the buff exchange from the guild exchange shop, as you can see here, and go to this Grim Reaping. Basically, it requires your guild to be at level 2. Now, what Grim Reaping does here is, if we go ahead and click on it, you'll see that it increases gate gold acquisition rate by another 5%. So that will definitely help you save up some extra cash when it comes down to your gates, and that does apply to every single gate that you do. Now, your gates are going to definitely be another source that you can use to like stock up on gold, and my suggestion obviously is going to be going for those golden gates. Get as many of these golden gates as you can, and stock up on as many of them as you possibly can within the next few days, or within at least throughout the span of this event, because we're definitely going to be running throughout a lot of gold. And as you can see here, I'm already stacking up as much gold as I can on my account because of the current event that is going on. But yeah, guys, I think that brings us to the end of our video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope that you actually enjoyed your time here. If you did, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Happy leveling. Peace.